Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and dreamers of all ages. I am back for my 5th episode. We are going for the 4th episode review of Andor. Absolutely, that's what we're talking about. Come on now. It's a little bit early in the morning. Maybe I should have splashed some water on my face. I apologize. This is the 4th episode called Aldhani. Aldhani. It's a 56-minute runtime. It's a meaty episode. There's some stuff going on here. I wanted to bring this up. I did not bring this up last episode. I think I needed to because at the end of last episode, that was the end of episode 3. Now, with Andor, what they've been doing, Tony Gilroy has come out and basically said, hey, listen, what we've done is we've got these 3 episode arcs, right, that we're working on. Every arc has some type of meaning. It's written by a different set of people. It's directed by a different set of people. And he kind of, I guess he managed this, basically delegated. And that's, great directors delegate, great creators delegate. You got to be able to delegate. But I love the fact that every 3 episodes we get an arc, and I think the first 3 episodes, I gotta say, there's big focus on the flashbacks of Andor. It's the named character. Yes, we know it's about the rebellion, but we want to know more about this character that we love and we found out in Rogue One, this wonderful movie. We know his ultimate ultimate future. And yet, we want to know a little bit more about that. And we want to see the story. And this is great storytelling. From the movie to the show, just absolutely straight, beautiful storytelling. And I love it. I love stories, man. I love the story. So with this particular arc, we're now entering, since this is the 4th episode, we're entering the 2nd arc. Entering at episode 4. We'll end, of course, at episode 6. For those of you that don't know, Aldhani is all about the heist. it's the heist. And what it is, it's really sticking it to the Empire. Luthen, this is one of the things that happens, and let's go over the 3 best scenes for me. I'm going to start with Luthen and Andor in the beginning. Now, we learn Luthen's name actually in this episode. We learn his name actually when Mon Mothma enter the mother of the rebellion. Mon Mothma, by the way, been around. We'll get into that. But Luthen and Andor, beginning of the show, just great to see how they're still handling each other. Andor has been saved by Luthen, but he still doesn't know a lot about what Luthen's about. I believe he gets a better idea of it. By the way, I have to apologize. On the last episode, I believe I did bring up this particular scene where Andor recognizes that, Luthen is part of the rebellion. Though he's a shady character with money, buying some stuff, we don't know who he is, and then suddenly the things that he starts saying are telling Andor, well, I know who you are now. You're one of the rebels. You could be partisan front. You could be separatist. You could be all these factions, because that's the thing about the Alliance. And actually, interestingly enough, he did mention Alliance. I don't know if there's the Alliance is out yet. You see, I had it under the understanding that this is how the Alliance came to. So interesting that he would say that word. But hey, I'm not gonna go against it. They keep showing me things, and the things that they show me are telling a great story. And I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, what about this and what about this? I know there's a lot of Star Wars fans out there that are probably going to do that. Why do you do that? Look, Disney's got it, the art department's got it, and this is a wonderful story. It absolutely, it proves that, Lucas's space opera can basically, you can put any type of procedural, you can put any type of story and then put it in that universe and it becomes something cooler. It does. That's the thing about Star Wars. It's uber cool. You have to understand that it probably speaks to the little children inside of us. We're fighting with lightsabers and blasters, and we're out in space, and we've got these cars and they hover and all this technology. And that's the beauty, I think, of the attraction to Star Wars. And again, I think that, because of what Lucas has done with the universe and what Disney's going to do moving forward, you could put any story in a Star Wars backdrop and it would be wonderful. It'd be beautiful. interestingly enough, again, I got to bring up, I know we're in 5 minutes in, but I got to bring up the fact that Tony Gilroy has said that he has taken bits and pieces from all the greatest rebellions of all the greatest wars. So I always wonder, these characters that they introduce us to, where did he get them from? Are they real people? I think it'd be amazingly interesting to see the real life character of Luthen, the real life character of Mon Mothma. People that he took bits and pieces from. Maybe another day, we'll see. So first one, again, first best scene, Luthen and Andor at the beginning. Second, enter Mon Mothma. I mean, listen, one thing that's going to happen is this Luthen heavy episode for me, and I love it. Stellan Skarsgård is amazing. Look, there's so much talent in that family, all right? There's so much talent in that family, if you know the Skarsgårds. But Stellan is the patriarch. He is amazing. I cannot speak enough about him. There is a scene later coming up with Forrest Whitaker, and it makes me salivate just thinking about the energy in that room. Oh, whether it's fake or not, whether you wanted to be in the room when it was filming. I personally would have wanted to be in the room, but hey, it was amazing. So yes, Mon Mothma coming in, meeting Luthen, amazing scene or scenes, just fantastic. And then just Luthen, again, so Luthen comes into Coruscant, and he's getting into his character. Luthen is actually probably a character, period. I mean, what is his name? We don't know. Who knows? Is it really Luthen? I don't know. But it's interesting to see. It's kind of meta, because it's Stellan Skarsgård basically portraying a character that then portrays a character. And we see a lot of that in Spy stuff. But I gotta say, there's something about how he's putting everything on and then gets into character. It's very nice. So moving on, that's again 3 episodes. 3 scenes that I love in the 3-episode arc. We're gonna flash by this. Okay, in the beginning, we are still flying. We're still flying away. We see that beautiful scene with Luthen and Andor. They're set for Aldhani. What's Aldhani? I don't know. And also, what's powering this thing? I've been in one of these ships before, and apparently this one's got some tweaks. And Luthen's not going to talk about that. I'd love to know. So they both know how to be careful around each other. This is something that you could tell. Even though this guy has saved his life, he's still being careful about it because he doesn't know who he is. Interesting thing. You would still be careful with a person that saved your life, but you have to be. It's your life. But he keeps saying, hey, I can give you everything I want. What I want is to stick it to the Empire. You know you want to stick it to the Empire. You don't know me. I was in prison, man. Hey, was in prison, I guess, sometime around 13. Got out at 16. Makes a little comments about that, fighting in some type of battle. I don't know what it was. Luthen comes back at him saying, you were a cook and you ran away. And Luthen in this is telling Andor everything he needs. He's actually being pretty open, in my opinion, all the way to the point where he gives him the crystal. There's something, Luthen, you can tell he needs Andor for something specific. You can tell. He wasn't lying when he said, hey, I'm here for you, not the Star Path unit that he was trying to sell. So, Andor, is telling Andor, what does he do? Okay, I came for you. I've got an offer, 200,000 credits, 5 months. There's been a team, this and that. Then we roll into, and I gotta say, because, Andor, the first thing is, what would we be stealing? Didn't need to think about that a lot. I mean, sticking it to the man, the Empire, and getting $200,000, what would we be stealing? What would ISB headquarters? So we see Dedra Mira going up to ISB headquarters, Imperial Security Bureau. For me, this is a bit like the CIA, but it also reminds me of the movie Conspiracy. I think this is a bit of a room where, if you saw Conspiracy, it's a wonderful movie by HBO, produced by HBO, Kenneth Branagh, some other great actors. I apologize. Stanley Tucci, the Tooch. I love the Tooch. But just, it literally talks about how the Nazis originally conspired and originated the plan on how to take care of the Jewish problem. Unbelievable. I mean, talk about hate, man. But hey, if you can, HBO Max has that movie. Check it out, Conspiracy. It's a wonderful watch. You know, I see the ISB a little bit as the CIA, a little bit. They run intelligence. Now the director seems to say, no, we identify germs. We identify diseases. We're healthcare providers. I love it. And what he's trying to say is, look, what we are doing here is snuffing people out. I mean, that's what he's trying to say. We're snuffing people out before they become a danger to the Empire and what the Empire's trying to do. What are they trying to do? Oh, they're trying to, secure everything in the galaxy. And it's a nice bill of sale that Anakin Skywalker fell for. But so it looks like they identify some germs. What are you gonna pick a name for yourself, Clem? We're getting more tidbits of Clem, his father, adopted father that died. I'm gonna give you a down payment. Here's some blue Kyber. And we see a Kyber crystal, which is amazing. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know that Kyber crystals are the crystals inside the lightsabers, and they're the reason why they're also later in the Rebels and a couple of other stories, it has been said that Kyber, I can't remember how to say it now, but it's been the reason that the Death Star was able to be so powerful. They basically use those crystals as well to create the weapon. So yeah, amazing. And honestly, I would wear that jewelry. I want that crystal. I'm pretty sure they're gonna sell it somewhere in Disney World. So he clearly says, I want it back. He states it twice. I want it back. Even if you die. I mean, literally Andor says, well, if I die, well, I want it back. I don't know, find a way. So he's a man of many words without actually speaking many words. I love that. Enter Vel. Hey, we've been in this for 5 months. Not much of a team, Vel. Okay, listen. I'm paying for a mercenary. Yes, I'm paying for redundancy. He's a mercenary. What are you talking about? Listen, Val, you're wasting energy. I love it, because she is wasting energy. And I understand where she's coming from, but she is. Then we get to, this has to be a win. This has to be a win, Val. You're the leader, you're in charge. So then we cut to the 3 being punished, and I think I did speak about this in one of my other episodes. Here we have the boss, the sergeant, and good old Karn. And he's still a little bit proud, but he's being punished. They're all being punished, and they're being punished together. It looks like the ISB is laying down the law. Are you proud, Karn? Permanent Imperial authority. Yes, you put the kibosh on corpos being a thing. Now corporates will not handle their own security. We will handle everything for you, because guess what? We are the Empire. We want to run everything. And you're so stupid. You couldn't even do this. No comment. But yeah, are we proud? A permanent Imperial authority. Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. We never really mentioned him. Oh no, so who is, Andor is asking, well, who was that? Like, who? He never got Luthen's name. Bro. No. Nobody knows about him. And if you talk about him, we're gonna have a problem. There's 7 of us. Where's the Starpath unit? Dedra. We cut to Dedra. Where's the Starpath unit? Then we've got landing on Coruscant. And by the way, the Dedra is basically searching for that Starpath unit because she has ideas about what is happening. And she's correct. We're 14 minutes in. I got to speed up a little bit. So here we go. Landing on Coruscant. Then you see that wonderful scene where Luthen is getting into character. And I love it. It's meta, but I love it. Then we get the scenes where, of course, Vel is talking to Andor. She's explaining everything about what happened to Aldhani. Interesting thing. We were short of men, and then, she starts talking about who else is, and I have to bring this up. Are there Sherpas? Are there Sherpas in the Star Wars universe? I think they're Sherpas. Because listen, guys, it's Dead Enders, Mystics. You know, they're the only ones in the mountains who still live here, and they're still caring for goats and stuff. And you know, they're Dead Ender. By the way, I had to look that up. It's a real word. A Dead Ender apparently is a person who doesn't give up on a cause or a way of life that's gone by. So listen, if you live past 80, I think you're gonna become a Dead Ender. I'm just saying. But interesting word. So then we oh, the hub fell asleep. Okay, so Nemec. Then we get Nemec, and he fell asleep on watch. Guys giving him a little hard time. Seriously, again, are there Sherpas? He's paying attention to the crystal. You know, he meets people. He wants to make sure that they don't know about the crystal. Why? Because it's a lot of money, and it comes into play. Vel says, I trust him. She really doesn't, but she has to say that, of course, because Luthen said it. Now we've got the dealer. So we're at the dealer's dealership, and this is when we learn Luthen. And it's enter Mon Mothma. And we got to talk about Mon Mothma because she is a character that's been around since Return of the Jedi. Interestingly enough, she's been in other things. I mean, her character was featured, I believe, in a couple of scenes, the Revenge of the Sith. We've got her in Clone Wars. And actually, the Clone Wars has her in some things, but then Rebels, again, going back, Dave Filoni. Oh my God, I gotta get it right. I'm sorry, Dave. If you're watching, you're not. Let's face it, nobody's watching. So I'm just gonna talk. Yeah, Dave, great show, and he had that particular character on the show, and one of the things was actually the Ezra and I forget the name, Phoenix crew. I forget the name, guys, but the crew and Ezra basically transported Mon Mothma, and that was when finally the Empire said no to Mon Mothma. And there's this great speech. She talks about the Gormans, and it's interesting because later we feature, like, she literally says the Gormans when she's talking to Perrin, her husband. I'm getting ahead of myself. But listen, Mon Mothma is the mother of the rebellion. If Luthen is the father, and I think he is, absolutely. I mean, the Star Wars people have known for a while, Mon Mothma is the mother of the rebellion. A lot of people might also say Bail was the father of the rebellion. Possibly true as well. I mean, look, we still don't know what happened to Bail. The only thing that we have is that in Rogue One, we saw Bail leaving. We don't know if one of his ships died. I don't remember that. They don't say that. We do know some stuff. We do know that Andor is going to get blown up. We all know that. It's in A New Hope. It's in Episode 4. We don't know if Bail was on there. I'm guessing he was, which is kind of sad. I hope Jimmy Smits finds some way of shooting, some end scene for this character, because Bail Organa has been around for a long time. He's very important, in my opinion. He was just on Obi-Wan Kenobi. Love Jimmy Smits. You can't go wrong with little Jimmy Smits. Come on now. And yeah, I hope to see him a little bit more. But hey, enter Mon Mothma. She's saying, we get to meet Luthen. We're in his shop. Luthen's playing his part. Just look, don't touch. You want to just look at some coins? I basically, the shop girl, I can't remember her name. She's a heck of a character, though. They're watching me, Mon Mothma says. Yes, you have a new driver as well. But I've got many mouths to feed. And we're talking about money. It's all about money with this scene because, of course, Mon is providing Luthen with some money, setting up a network. What type of network? So Mon says she found someone. It's a daring choice. I don't know. Luthen does not want to bring up anybody else new into this, and with good reason, I think. Many mouths. Okay, so first one to fall. First one to fall. She would be the first one to fall. Mon's like, oh, I'm the first one to fall if all this gets down on me. It's kind of true because Luthen's fingerprints are nowhere, and he makes sure of that. It's a nice limo. She talks about the Gorgons, or Gormens, I'm sorry, when she finally gets home. She talks to Perrin. We meet Perrin. Oh my god. I'm skipping. It's Gorn. Gorn. I forgot about Gorn. We meet the Inside Man. Great movie, The Inside Man, by Clive Owen and Denzel Washington. You gotta see that, by the way. He's mad. Hey, but Clem's our backup. You can't do anything about it. Listen, I don't like the fact that I don't know you and now my life might be in your hands. Guess what? I know the feeling. Andor comes back at Gorn with... And again, with so little words. This is one thing that I love about these characters. They make their points with very little words. And it's great. So, Perrin, we finally do get Perrin, and he talks about a regimental mate. So Perrin apparently is Mon Mothma's husband. He does not... It feels like he doesn't like Mon Mothma, which is interesting. They share a bed, or several. I don't know how it is. So they're Chandrillan, separate culture, separate aliens, a lot of history. Who knows? We're gonna find out a little bit more about that. But yeah, man, these people hate me. Why would you invite them here? Well, I don't know. I wanted somebody fun around. Oh, what are you saying? Am I not fun? Am I not fun for you? I don't know. So they're talking about the plan, and they release the information on the Eye. Gorn's been there for like almost 7 years. He's seen it twice. Every 3 years we get this Eye, and hey, this is how we're going to escape. This is how it happens. And, Nemec is a bit of a brain, we can tell. By the way, I got to bring up the way they said, he's got brass. You could feel it, right? I love that comment. When he arrives, like, we could use him. He's got brass. You could feel it. Everybody's feeling things. Very force-sensitive people, maybe. I don't know. There's a great little comment about feelings here. A lot of feelings here. But every 3 years, that's your in. Are you in? Yeah. Let's get to it. Dedra, she's overreaching, or at least that's what the guy says. They got this is great. It's the end. It's 3 characters. It's her, the obstinate person who doesn't want to give the report, and the admiral. I love this guy. Actually, I think there's something special about this guy, whether it's evil or good or in between. But there's something interesting about this guy. There's a lot behind that face, those eyes. She feels that there is unorganized rebellion. And literally, he says, feeling. No. We work on hard facts here. Feeling. She came from enforcement. And apparently, she's only running 2 sectors. The other guy's reports are in. We've set a high bar. We don't know why. What's this thing about Deirdre? What's her thing? Apparently, we've got this story about, well, she's from enforcement. Maybe she has to, I don't know, she's trying to... What's the word? Prove herself? I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, there's a high bar. Officers like you. I don't know what you mean by officers like you, but we'll see. We'll see. Your detention numbers are up. Detention numbers. I don't know. We get an episode on some detention stuff later, so... but we're 23 minutes in, and Vel does not take her eyes off of Andor. That's the last scene. They're all eating. It's at night. Guy comes in. He's got this thing, and hey, you're gonna have to study and do this. And everybody's now. It went from Vel to looking at Andor to everybody looking at Andor, and they're kind of like looking at him like he apparently, and he's getting this sense of they're looking to me already. Really? I think they're looking to me already, okay? And he's just like, can I eat first? And Vel's like, you eat. We'll, look at the dressing, the burn. And, and then you do that. And that last scene is just that one shot of Andor. And he's thinking, I don't know what he's thinking about. It's very interesting. What are these? Is he thinking, well, these people are crazy. Am I going to put my life in their hands? Well, I'm already committed. And they want, all this studying. What is this studying? That's what I would be like, study? Sure, study. You're paying me, right? If I'm going to study, somebody's going to pay me. That's it, guys. That's for now. Oh my god, 25 minutes. What am I thinking of? Again, this is Raves and Rants with the Mad Fool. I am the mad fool. I am just a crazy person talking into a camera. I have no idea what I'm doing. Most of these are oneers. So far, I do have a list. Hey, thumbnails check, editing checked. I definitely got to do something about the wall. Gotta put that up. And, okay, that's on the checklist. Sound is next, guys. So hopefully I'm going to add maybe a theme song, maybe do some more stuff with editing. This is only my 5th video, but so far, I'm pretty good with tech and, yeah, it's going pretty well, I think. Every video, I think, is getting better. We'll go with that. Again, thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you for coming. Thank you for giving me your time, and have a great day.